Hi everyone, my name is Josh and I'm presenting my thesis called Seamless. This project is proposing a permanent Olympic stadium in Athens, Greece. Lines play a dual role in the way in which architectural form is apprehended. As in tectonics, lines display how architecture is constructed, while as in drawings, lines describe personal interpretation and the statement behind architecture. In the design of large-scale non-standard architectural form, a primary problem in construction is subdivision, the breaking down of surfaces and volumes into reasonable tessellations, sometimes referred to as rationalization. This has been approached from a binary paradigm of either pre- or post-rationalization. Under the pre-rational approach, the construction system is defined in advance of design, such that the architect is limited to a set of forms that are necessarily feasible. In contrast, under the post-rational approach, a buildable solution is retroactively imposed on the freely executed design, which is relatively divorced from the consideration of construction. Both approaches treat lines as seams of compositional units and isocurves of the desired form, none of which are designed to play an essential role of duality. Norman Foster's Swiss Re Tower, for instance, lines were rationalized into seams of flat facade panels, such that the panels could be built efficiently, however in the form of natural responses to the building shape. Walt Disney Concert Hall by Frank Gehry, the rationalization lines and seams support and accommodate the intended sculptural expression of the building. However, the process is disconnected from Gehry's design and depends on digital means. Architecture should be seamless when being read through the form. Lines and seams of subdivision expressed on the surface should not be the only indication of how to understand the architecture. A new approach to the rationalization that transcends the pre-post-rational paradigm is waiting to be discovered. The method is devised for the subdivision of large-scale non-standard architectural form that foregrounds the central duality that line hold in the apprehension of architecture. It may start with the temporally disassociated timelines of the conceptual design of a non-standard architectural form on the one hand, and the rationalization of well-designed expressive structures and geometry on the other hand. In this thesis, this new method will be applied to a non-standard future Olympic stadium, the way in which the structure is designed by using the same architectural formal language needs to be discovered, and then the structure needs to be applied to the architecture to iterate and adapt. This thesis will only address limited generation through the new approach. Wire models and linear formal language can be exploited as a code to look into the consistency about the space, structure, and form. This thesis is looking forward to create a design mechanism whenever there is a large sculptural form needs to be built. The expression of structural lines and seams can be seen as symbolic of an intellectual rigor that permeates the whole design, so that the complex quantity of form and space can be decoded in terms of an underlying consistency, which makes it seamless.